Aloha, my name is Santana and today we're hiking the Waiheʻe Ridge Trail.
And I'm Eliza, and we're also going to learn about the different watershed partnerships that protect the windward and leeward forests of Maui.
And I'm Marley, and today we will learn how to protect native forests and watersheds.
The Waiheʻe Ridge Trail is located on the northeastern side of Mauna Kahalawai, or other known as the West Maui Mountain, in the region known as Waiheʻe and in the Waiheʻe Ahupua'a. The hike starts off at an elevation of around 1,400 feet and goes up around 2.5 miles. At the beginning of the trail, you walk up a very steep paved road surrounded by a cow pasture. At the beginning of the trail, you will encounter many invasive species such as the Cook's pine, Queensland maple, and Alara guava, which is one of Hawaii's most invasive species. As you continue up the trail, you will start to see some more native species such as the indigenous uluhe fern that is common around the trail and the ohia mamo with its yellow flowers. Other native species include the akea kuahiwi, o kupu kupu, ama'u, naupaka kuahiwi, manono, hapu'u, and ho'ava. From the viewpoint around a mile into the hike, you can see all the way down the coastline to Kahului and deep into Waiheʻe Valley. Looking down the valley, you can also see Waiheʻe Stream, taro farms, and Kapoho Village near the ocean. If you hike beyond the viewpoint, you might be able to spot some native birds such as the apapane and amakihi. You can help out native species by pulling out invasive Clydemia along the way.
A watershed is an area of land that captures and drains rainwater and fog drip into one place like a stream or aquifer. For example, Waihee Valley behind me is the watershed for Waihee River. So all the water from the ridges flows down into the river. Waihee was also Na'ahupua'a with an ancient village and fish pond. Mauna Kahalawai Watershed Partnership builds fences, removes invasive species and feral ungulates, and monitors watershed health to protect the native forests of Mauna Kahalawai or the West Maui Mountains. This makes it so native, rare, and endangered plants and animals have a better chance of survival. Their work also ensures that we have enough water to drink and use, because the layers of the native forest capture the water to recharge our streams and aquifers. Mauna Kahalawai supplies 3/4 of the Department of Water Supply customers.
My name is Kimberly Thayer. I am the Program Associate at the Mauna Kahalawai Watershed Partnership. I started working here because I have a very deep love for our native forests and they really need help saving. So this is pretty much a dream job for me. Fast forward into 6th grade, I actually took a field trip to Waikimoi and I saw the forest there and I was like, oh my God, this place is amazing. I was like, I need to be a part of this and tell everybody that these forests exist and that they are really awesome. And I figured everybody that lives on this island or spends any time on this island has to see this native forest or at least know that it's there and appreciate what it does for us. Because a lot of the stuff that lives in our forests don't exist anywhere else in the whole entire world. And aside from that, these forests are where all of our fresh water comes from. So as part of my job, I get to join our field crew in the mountain doing hands-on work like fencing and weed control and animal control, monitoring. But also a large part of my job, I get to go out into the community and get to tell them about all the amazing things that our native forests do. And I also get to teach people about how we can protect our forests because everybody can do something, no matter where you live or how old you are. Everybody can do something to help protect our forests.
In addition to the Mauna Kahalawai Watershed Partnership, partnerships in other parts of the island also work to protect native forests and watersheds. While windward areas like Waiheʻe and Waikimoi face the trade winds and get more rain, leeward areas are protected by the mountains and drier. These leeward areas are also home to unique native forests. Leeward Haleakala Watershed Restoration Partnership formed in 2003 with 11 landowners and supporting agencies who work to protect the native forests on the leeward slopes of Haleakala. There are endemic plants that live in the area such as the ohia, koa, and wiliwili, some of which have adapted to live in these drier areas. Unfortunately, only 5 to 10% of these forests still remain, due to threats such as wildfires, soil erosion, and invasive plants and animals. Thankfully, the Leeward Haleakala Watershed Restoration Partnership has a way to fight each threat. For example, they meet with landowners, ranchers, hunters, and firefighters to make plans to protect the area from wildfires. The partnership also fences off native watershed forest protection areas to keep out feral ungulates such as deer, boar, and cows. They also map, monitor, and remove invasive plants. Whether it's here in Waiheʻe or on the slopes of Haleakala, these watershed partnerships work to protect our native forests and water supply.
I hope you enjoyed this video and that you can come hike Waiheʻe Ridge Trail sometime.
Don't forget to wear your mask and clean your shoes before going onto the hike. Thank you.